What's up everyone, Garrett here from Code the Web, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to do something really awesome with CSS. So I actually don't have an example for you, but one of the trends nowadays is to make things kind of sticky. So the page will load as normal, but then as you scroll down, certain things, especially on the sidebar, if there's a two-column page layout with a sidebar on the left or the right, some things will stick to the page or stick to the viewport as it's called, and it won't move. It'll stay. So once you scroll down a certain amount of pixels, it'll stay and you'll be able to see it. And the idea is that it promotes content, whether it be an ad, whether they want you to sign up for something, whatever it is, it basically just stays with you as you scroll down through the page. So we're going to be showing you guys how to do that using only CSS today, and let's get started. So what we're going to do first is we're going to create three divs. The first one is going to be container, then content, and then sticky, which is basically just going to be the sidebar. So let's do that. We'll do div, and we'll have a class of container. And then inside there, we're going to have our other two divs, which will be div that has a class of content, and inside there we're just going to put some lorem text, so just so that you guys can see that the page is actually scrolling, because when I made this the first time I didn't have any text in it and it was kind of hard to tell that it was scrolling and working properly. So we're going to do that. So we're going to have two paragraph, or just a paragraph right there, and then after this we're going to have another div, and that's going to have a class of sticky. You could also call this sidebar, or if it's a widget within your website, whichever you want. And we don't even have to put anything in there. So let's look at this. We have nothing. Okay, cool. That's actually what we want. So now we're gonna have HTML and body up top, and we're just gonna establish some ground rules about this page. So first off, the width, just get this out of the way. We're going to make sure that's 100%. We're just going to reinforce that. And the height is going to be 2,000, not 200. It's going to be 2,000 pixels. And then we're just going to make it something ridiculous so that we can see that this is actually scrolling. We're going to have margin 0 auto. And that's going to be it for now. We'll see if we need anything else in a little bit. Next, we're going to have the div container. And that's going to have a width of 1,000 pixels and a height of 100%. And then it's also going to have a background color of 6 letter C's, so CC, CC, CC. Perfect. And it's also going to be margin 0 auto. Now this is content. So div content is going to be, let's see, we're just going to have basically just going to be text, and we want to make sure that this text doesn't take up the entire length, or width rather, of the page. So we're going to set the width to 500 pixels. Actually, we can probably use 600 pixels. And I think that's it. Actually, we'll do padding will be 20 pixels. And that'll be it, I think, for that for now. Next is div sticky. So this is where all the magic is going to happen. And I'm actually not going to do anything just yet. Actually, I'm not going to do anything just yet other than establish that the width is going to be 250 pixels and the height is going to be 250 pixels, and the background color is going to be, what did I use last time? It was 00FF00. I think that's like a cool red. It's it's not red at all, actually. I don't remember what I used, but whatever. And so okay, so this is what we're gonna do now. We're gonna go and we're gonna get our lorem text, and then we're going to show you what you guys, well, I'm going to show you what we have, and we're going to adjust accordingly. So we're going to need 7 paragraphs, which is kind of a lot, but we've got a big amount of space because I want to show you guys that we're scrolling downward. As you can see, nothing really happens yet. So that's why we're going to get a lot of this text. And don't worry that that doesn't have any BRs or it's not, formatted right. It's actually going to look kind of weird and not really what we want it to look like, which is that more or less. So let's start editing this, changing it a little bit. This sticky thing right here, we're going to make this float on the right. So now this is on the right. But if you'll notice, it's below this text, and that's obviously not really what we want here. So what we're going to do is we're going to set the content div to float left. And now this comes back up. The other thing we're going to do is, if you'll notice, we did put in the padding for the text, so it is not touching the edges like this is, and we want to change that so that that box on the side, the sticky, the thing that's going to stick, is also has that padding. So we're going to add padding 20px. That's not what I wanted. I want margin 20px. That's what we want. Okay, cool. And we can either, actually, we're going to make this more. We're going to make it 200. Margin top. And then we're going to, no, we're going to take that away. We're going to make that margin on the top is going to be 200 pixels, and then it's going to be 20 pixels from either side, like so. So now we have this, and if you'll notice, this is basically exactly what we want. It is set up the way that we want. The only thing is that when you scroll, this green box right here gets hidden. It doesn't actually move down how we want it to. So what we're going to do is, this is where all the magic is going to happen, and it's really not complicated at all. In fact, all we need is 2 more lines of CSS in this div.sticky. What we're going to do is we're going to add a position, and the position is going to be, now if you're doing this for Safari, you need to add this WebKit right here and then sticky. But if you're not using Safari, you don't need to have that WebKit. Okay? Next, if you'll notice, check this out, nothing changes right here. Okay? The last thing we need is to specify at what point do we want this to become sticky. So as we're scrolling down, how many pixels do we want to allow to be between this box and the top of our page? And when it hits that many, then it's going to become sticky. So let's actually move this down to 100 just so we can see more of the scrolling. And then we're going to say top is going to be 50. So as we're scrolling down, when there's 50 pixels left between this right here, this green box, and this top, it's going to become sticky. So it's half of that. So watch this right there. There's 50 pixels right there, and it becomes sticky. And now it stays there. So without this, once again, check this out. Forgot that the semicolon. Check this out. Without it, nothing. It just disappears. With it, this is, now we have one of the really cool trends going on now, especially for blogs or any website that really just has content that you want to be featured. You can make it sticky like that. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely subscribe, rate, and comment, and I'll see you guys next Thursday. Peace. Take care.